Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Bot lane. Looks like he might just go for that the general safe blind we've seen consistently. Obviously not a blind here, but one of the more stable picks we have in the current patch.
Yeah, I will say Kanavi has played the Belvet twice so far this split.
369, if he had flash, he'd obviously be able to just Q flash onto Ale, catch him out. Doesn't have the available, so he kind of needs Kanavi to get in there. Now, Ale, rock in a hard place.
Yeah, rock in a hard place. He'll flash away. He doesn't have his pop anymore. And now they're going to get the concussive blows, the permafrost. And that is first blood going over to JDG. And this was just persistence coming out from... Yeah, I will say, we saw the level XPs there. It's actually a full level between Allah and 369. Yes, normally it's like, oh, there it is now. But I think once, yeah, there it is. The full level, level 6 just get hit here. As Allah now in a little bit of trouble, but another great ultimate. 369 with the solo bolo, and Sejuani gets her mark.
The Happen keeps stacking up the grasp, gets that stun, gets the extra damage as well, and Ale gets the hop away, but the ult connects and he gets taken down.
Oh, missing! Doesn't quite go down just yet, but he's basically
oh my Lord.
out of this fight. Now Yagao's in a lot of trouble. We're going to go straight back up to the Rift Herald, which was, I don't believe, taken at the moment yet, because it's not even up. As you can see now, Doomby's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have flash available to him.
Pushing power. That means if he gets some alone time on a tower, it will just get taken down. So LNG have to respect that. But first, they're trying to look for something on a 369.
369, he has got level 8, but he's not going to be able to get himself away from this one just yet. You can see Allah trying his very best, will not have flash, but does get the crunch down, the ult back, and that's going to be an easy pickup here. You want to give this one over to the Gnar. Very nicely done. And again, Tarzan covering.
Threatened bot tier 1. You can even see Light and Lumao backed away because they're concerned about that. But instead, they pick up that dragon. We hit on this earlier. Highest first.
Getting Allah back into the game is of highest importance. He's been so pivotal for everyone here, but now we're going to see a flick back. Not quite able to keep Doomby alive, and Yagao picks up a very nice opportunistic kill.
Yeah, great play.
You lose anything else outside of that, and Kanavi is back up in this top side. He's going to have to use the Rift Herald pretty much now, but that tower is basically dead, and Allah, I don't think you want to stay here, but he is almost mega, so we should be able to try and trade this one back. That being said, it is a Blade of the Ruin King, so you have to be careful. Does hop away, though, from the ultimate of 369, and it should just be the tower going down.
Yeah, you do not want to overstay in that situation. Have the passive stack up you for the Sejuani, or you would be dead. JDG trying to escort this in for a second charge, and they will get it. Tarzan has found Kanavi.
This is big damage, and he's dodged out from the knockup as well. He's going to pop up a steadfast presence for a little bit of extra movement speed, but he's left high and dry on his own. The ignite is good. Kanavi stays alive, and he even gets an extension on his ultimate form.
Kanavi's already moving towards this dragon, and he just has a monopoly on these neutral objectives. Yeah, I do like this. 369 try to defend there with his TP, and then instantly LNG are like, no, we need this. We need this tower take, or else we're going to be so far.
LNG, they might have found a moment to be able to try and take this dragon.
Yeah, it's so tanky though right now. It does mean that JDG should be able to push over and contest once more. Are they just going to 50-50 it?
I mean, they're going to try. You can see 369 and TP back in. There's going to be the ultimate there from the Poppy. They're going to jump onto Kanavi on the backside, but it's jungler versus jungler. Just ready up Smite fight, and it goes straight to the way of JDG. Kanavi wins that one there. Everyone flashing away from Yagao as he goes in unperturbed, but he's taking a hell of a lot of... Getting taken very, very low there. Now we're starting to see Doomby do some significant damage in these fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good sort of play you want to find, right? The anti-dash ability of the... Oh, 369 could be in trouble.
He's in a hell of a lot of trouble. Remember, this Sejuani doesn't really have an escape after that Arctic Assault has been used. More like an Arctic Retreat, to be perfectly honest. Will they be able to take him down? Yes, they will, but they are tanking the turret. Doomby goes golden, and Kanavi now in a little bit of trouble himself. You've got yourself Ala with the cat on his back, and he's doing significant work. But while that's been happening, Yagao takes a turret on topside, drops down the Shurima's Legacy, and he's able to defend himself.
Yeah, but I like the plays coming out from LNG. Looking for these windows, looking for these opportunities to punish. And now Yagao, like he may have the towers, like the defense mechanism, but they aren't letting you leave.
No, you're not trapped in here with us. We're trapped in here with you, but at the same time, you're gonna have to try and go down. As I say that, a 1v3 with the tower helping him. Yagao almost goes sicko mode right there. And nearly taking, maybe go for a full front to back. Doomby off to the side, now going to put down the Weaver's Wall and just try and separate them out. They need to try and burn this dragon as quick as they possibly can. The ultimates have all come out. They're going to try and go for it. The dragon resets though, and the smite's actually not come down just yet. He's going to let Kanavi in, but no! LNG self-survive one more time, and look at the Sivir! The AoE Sivir is just doing so much! Hope tries to go in, but he gets caught out, and that's a double kill for Light! LNG, they're bringing it back! And JDG, they waited too long!
and they're gonna head LNG are back in control.
I mean, it's such a massive swing. The gold, the dragon, the baron, and a 3-item Gnar as well with baron buff. So the gold lead's completely gone. It's now LNG who are in the favor, and you're starting to look a little bit shaky because Tarzan is finding more and more opportunities. You've lost your Lulu, and this game is just blown up. What happened, dogs? LNG just woke up and chose violence.
They saw a window, they pounced on it, and now they're pushing further and further. TP have to come in for 369 to try and defend.
In this bot side, keep the 2 cannons going. That's going to force 4 or 5 members now down the bot side for JDG. You move back, you're just kind of pulling them, tugging all different sides, stretching them across him. He's going to have to use the whirlybird, but he's going to keep it there for the last few seconds, so he should be able to keep himself alive, maybe even go for a little bit of a reset. But JDG is saying, look, we're not going to care about the dragon right now. We're going to go straight for this turret, and honestly, they can keep going. They've got a big wave.
Yeah, they can push in, and LNG have to respond. They can't just beeline for the dragon, but they're actually trying to go for a cutoff here with the wall.
I mean, the wall does cut some off, but they're kind of a little bit caught between there. Alla gets a good ultimate there, gets onto Hope, who has to flash away, but Alla's dead. You've lost your Kanavi, though, and your top lane. You can see the Sivir is just shredding people right now. Yagao goes in, though, and gets himself a great Emperor's Divide. Hope, though, can't really be a part of this fight, as Lumao is caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he's going to be able to solo the bird.
She was for them, but LNG managed to pin them in. Violet Pinson, Light again is so strong now. Didn't even finish LGR.
Shred this Baron. You destroy this Baron.
Just start Baron.
Yeah, you just got to go for this one here. Doomby going to pop down the Weaver's Wall to try and separate everyone out. That's a great Keeper's Verdict, but no. Secured by Kanavi. He gets a smite fight on this occasion. Now Light moving forward with the final chapter, trying to keep everyone away from Kanavi. They should be able to kill him off right at the start of this fight, but now Light is kind of separated away from the team. Yagao uses the Emperor's Divide as Doomby gets the Hex Gates to put himself on the other side of this fight. Hope looking like he's trying to go for this one. Alla jumping in on top of Hope, and Hope has died. Now you can put down the damage here with the Tarzan and Doomby combination. Missing and 369 are the only ones left to play. And yes, you got the Baron, but what did it cost you, JDG?
Death timers are long. This could just be the end of game 1.
This could be it. JDG, they had such an exceptional start to this game, but LNG, they stayed and bid their time. They knew where they could go for. 369 knows he needs to try and clear these minions. He's very, very tanky. He actually takes down Lumao. He just won't die. They can't kill him. Eventually, the rocks will be thrown, but he's done enough to keep them from getting the win. And now, Kanavi's just trying to stop them from retreating now as well. The exhaust comes down, so Kanavi needs to back himself away.
This replay. Dragon in 20 seconds. Fight 5v5 back on. It all comes down to this.
I mean, 34 kills in 37 minutes. This is LPL to a T. Now Tarzan going to jump onto Kanavi with the set-fast presence, but Tarzan's not very tanky right now, especially with the extra bit of damage you get from Light. And you can see now they've taken down the Sivir in this fight. Yagao, though, is going to be taken out here, so it's going to be Alla looking to try and take out Kanavi. Remember, this is soul for JDG. Kanavi needs to stay alive. Tarzan as well. 369 is just a massive wall of meat as they jump in. Hope jumps out and misses the ultimate there from the Gnar. They've taken down Kanavi, though, which means that your jungler is alive and there isn't. It's going to be a 3v3 for the moment. It's top, jungle, and support versus ADC, but it's still a Zeri, and the Zeri is still monstrous in this fight. Alla trying to delay for as long as he possibly can. They're trying to put down the shields, the heals, the tank, doing so much, and he's still pushing back, still looking to get the hyper procs. Eventually, the ultimate from the Sejuani comes back, and they'll clean up house JDG, but they need to take this dragon and need to defend.
Big wave top and try to make it happen. Regardless, the end result is LNG survive, but they will lose the soul. What a chaotic fight, and once again, JDG have one thought in their mind.
A lot more there. 369 got a TP here just to join in with the rest of his team as they recognize that LNG kind of have control of this area right now. Alla taking a lot of damage right now and needs to be very careful. Gets hit by the ultimate and has a stopwatch to keep himself safe. There's a Weaver's Wall in the final chapter as LNG try to turn this one back around. Hope just kind of free firing right now as he pops his cleanse to make sure he doesn't get slowed. 369 though, he's a lot tankier, but not against a Sivir. And LNG, they're looking to try and take this fight, but look at Hope. Alla finds them though on the backside as Hope is still free hitting the GAs, the Zonyas, everything's being used in this last side. Yagao, triple kill, and the big chicken hits hard. Quadra kill for Yagao.
Wouldn't be enough. Hope is there to clean up. And after this chaotic fight, 41.5 minutes, such a back and forth. JDG are the ones who claim victory.
I mean, we probably would have said after the first 10 minutes, JDG were looking like the likely favorites, but definitely not in the fashion it ended up being. 42 minutes.
Do a bit of trolling.
Yeah.
Win the game.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
And he is going to bring this out. The Morgana jungle, we did see this as a counter to the Poppy in the LCK. Worked really effectively.
Follow up with. Very hard to counterplay that.
Yeah, and he's been doing, I believe, Grump and Blue at the same time there. I think he was, or maybe just getting them both done in sequence. But now, 369 going very aggressive.
I mean, he's going very aggressive, but Allah has Tarzan here. Flash away!
Oh, my Lord.
369 gets himself the solo kill, but will he be traded back? That is the question. The Q doesn't get the second proc right now, but the red buff is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. He's dashing, he's slashing, he's making it work.
My Lord.
Oh, Lord, that was
I actually
close.
thought he was going to have it there. The thing is, his scenario for JDG, for LNG, is that Kanavi, having all the backup from his team, can just waltz in uncontested. And Tarzan, I don't think you can do anything here.
I don't know. Kanavi's taking a hell of a lot of damage from this blue buff, so he needs to be very, very careful of it. He's going to smite there, and that's going to get him the blue buff there. But like you said, not a lot he can really do. Is Tarzan trying to walk away from this, but Yagao is there. More blood, more fighting. JDG know they have an advantage. Comes off of this top side. We saw this in game one as well. Just the focus they were able to bring it, but then this one does feel like it's coming a little bit more. Ooh, missing. There are binding stands as well as the Aqua Prisons. They're going to have to force the flash from Lumao, but the single target CC is too down.
They want a more. It's almost a 2k gold lead already.
Yeah, it's getting hard. It's probably the best way I can put it right now. As we can see, Allah, he's got level 6 for 369, and there's nowhere for you to go, my son. 369's hitting 9s all the way to the bank. Finding, knowing they're going to be able to follow up on it, and even if they don't want to, if they hit it, they know they can kind of, put the pressure onto LNG. It's LNG who have to be a little bit more proactive, and LNG who have to be very careful because you got a tidal wave into a bubble, but Light's now pushing onto Hope as this Zeri trying to make this one work with the barrier. The heal comes out. It's so close between these AD carries. The flash from Hope as Tarzan finally joins in. You can even see Doonby joining as well. But no! Hope is good to try and trade it back. So even if he dies, he knows he's done his due diligence. He's going to try and maybe aggro this one away from Doonby. He's going to get a play as well. JDG making the best out of a bad situation.
And now we see topside. JDG's response.
Yeah, JDG's response. There's the ultimate there from Kanavi. Does force the flash from Allah.
Point. Hope's starting to get cooldowns again. And they go back in for the burst on a Light. Light not expecting. He could have just backed away. Oh, fight, break it out. As soon as we come back in, we get no time. Side play.
So wait, what happened here then?
Yeah, they already had the Rift Holds.
Yeah.
Look, we're going in and out of replays. This is getting a little bit tricky to keep track of. But it looks like LNG just try to stop them from doing this. And Allah?
It's literally, it's literally like that question mark ping you always give your teammates. You're just like, what is this?
I don't do that. I'm not toxic.
Oh, dear me. LNG now looking to see if they can catch out JDG, but Tarzan does get the Mega Gnar out of Yugao's pocket and also the tidal wave as well. But Lumao, you're caught, buddy. I feel like you needed to flash a little bit earlier than that. Uses the wild growth, gets hit by another Aqua Prison. He might as well be a fish because he's been underwater literally the entire time of this game. JDG are relentless off. They are
positive for LNG, but they don't get anything more. They don't get the tower. And now JDG are pressuring forwards. And it's so scary, right? Because you can't engage on them with the Black Shield. If the binding hits, you're just dead.
Yeah, Tarzan.
And bubble hits.
Bubble hits. Tarzan trying to now jump onto 369, who's a cop with a rock in a hard place. And with the dominance will not help you here. Tarzan picks up that kill. Probably would have liked it to go over Light, but in those situations off.
Dragon is up, and I think JDG might just look to prioritize that.
Yeah, first tower goes down.
Strong enough, and they have enough presence mid. They don't even need to actually send more members for the Herald. 369 will solo it, and they'll keep pressure bot side, but LNG going for a play.
They're going for a big play here. 3v3 as they look for it to flash in. Hope does get the cleanse and has to flash away as well. Lights joined the fight now. As you can see now, Yagao is here. He does steal the Zeri ultimate. Not the most impactful. Will do a hell of a lot of damage as he jumps straight back in. He gets himself knocked back, though, and they take out the Poppy. Yagao is going mad in this fight right now, but Light still got some damage of his own. They really want to try and turn at least one kill, but the Dark Binding is good, and Hope's got the burst. Hope cakes down the LNG 80 carry. Doonby flashes away as he tries to kite this one out. Hit by the Dark Binding, has to immediately cleanse it away because he knows he's dead either way.
Perfectly, the kiting, the use of the health bars almost as a resource. They're able to get everything. They don't quite get Doonby. But, I mean, you get bot tower cards. JDG don't want LNG to take it because they don't want them to get that objective bounty. But they're just looking to accelerate.
Ox, look at Yagao. He's got a Medjai's and he needs more stacks. He needs more souls to steal. That's up to 14 stacks now. This game is all but over. It would take a monumentous blunder from JDG to drop it now. And LNG, they look lost.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bigger deficit than game one. And this is JDG playing a composition that suits them so well, that aggressively play and playing it to a T. They are not giving any room for LNG to breathe. And we can play around those combo winners. This is why we've seen it go into first strike, because obviously we had pressed the attack before, but it is not played like a traditional AD carry. It's not played like I'm going to sit there, DPS, stack up, you know, lethal tempo, whatever. Or even just auto attack, which is about that burst. Oh, missing.
Gets himself caught out, but he does have the tidal wave to keep himself alive for now. They're trying to put down the damage. These health bars are getting low. Ala jumps in, but Ala can't finish him off. These health bars are so low. Eventually, Yagao goes down. That's a 900 gold shutdown in favor of Light. Now you can see the cogs are kind of turning. All of a sudden, Tarzan is here. They find a little bit of a slow on Hope, who does have to dash and flash away. This was a 4v5. They did have to use their Weaver's Wall, and Yagao is just pushing in bot.
And this is a cost, right, off that play, trying to make that happen. Clap's coming in as well. Tarzan's dead. Wait, with Yagao having that much pressure bot side, they could probably just go.
Yeah, and even with the objective bounties coming up here now, get the first tower of the game. Well done to Allah, kind of try and make himself relevant back into this match.
Tanks it for Light, but they just both end up getting chunked.
Oh, Yagao. Be in a little bit of trouble here. Does end up getting the flash out of Allah while they take. So that dragon spawns and Allah's getting up towards Mega Gnar. Actually steals away the red buff as well. As you can see, Yagao tries to jump in, but that's on the Tarzan. That's a good tidal wave there onto him as he tries to get taken out. The wild growth is used, and they're kind of separated out right now. You can see the 369 trying to jump onto Light to make sure he take him out. Allah falls, and JDG are still pushing forward. He flashes in. He gets himself the Cool the Meek, and they're taking them all out to the cleaners. It's going to be 4 kills over to the side of JDG as they brute force their way into game 2. He's there, and
there's no way you get close now.
No, he can't. If they didn't know he was there, maybe he has flax over, maybe he gets...
And that's now 3. I said that Soul was going to come in really late in the game. That is definitely true, but we are approaching that quickly, and the game isn't looking much better for LNG.
No, we'll see 369 trying to now jump onto Doonby, who has no flash, remember, so he's just going to try and kite this one out. It's a fight on 2 fronts. You can see the rest of LNG now trying to defend their mid laner, but 369 is not afraid of you. 369 doesn't need the rest of his team. I will say Kanavi taking a significant chunk of damage, as you can see Tarzan on the bot side having a bit of a 1v1 against Yagao, but this is LNG desperately trying to keep control of their base as JDG come and knock it, and they want their money.
I mean, they are just pushing in, and the fact they've taken down Doinby as well, a big part of the wave clear. There's no one really to stop. There's just no contest right now. JDG are dominating.
They are absolutely smacking LNG about. You will have the keeper's verdict to maybe knock somebody out. It will get rid of 369 for the moment. Hope did have the black shield on him. Allah looking for something. Is Yagao with TP can just join whenever he likes. He can put pressure because you already have super minions in mid lane. You're going to have him pushing now, knocking on the half of his HP. Allah going to go mega very, very soon. But again, with the black shield available to Kanavi, he can pick and choose. Maybe should have chose himself. We're going to hop in on top of him. Flash in from 369. A tidal wave to disengage. There's the keeper's verdict to knock back Yagao. They are still protecting themselves. Light goes forward as Light's looking to try and be the DPS. He needs to be the hero, and he gets the GA out of 369. Now this fight gets a little bit more dicey as the that gets burst down onto him. It's going to put down the Mega Inferno Rocket, but not quite enough damage. And Yagao goes straight in on top of this. Look at the dancing. Look at the kiting coming out from Hope as he knows how he needs to play these fights. Doonby goes down. JDG are getting themselves another win, and they're going to put themselves onto match point in this best of 5.
Absolute decimation. They don't even need the soul. They don't need another Baron. They just keep applying pressure. The outplay, just the skill that JDG is trying to just to the top lane and pick a strong jungler. But actually, I think having the Sejuani in jungle makes a lot of sense. And the reason being is out of the composition JDG has, Sejuani is
reverse sweep, and we're already starting to see a very immediate level 1. They have a ward. They know they're there. They can fully engage onto this. The Aqua Prison, and it's disaster for LNG, but elations for JDG. They have gotten everything, and all it took was 1 ward.
Oh, it's so rough.
The poor little bee. The poor little bee won't be able to do anything. He knows he's not on a ward either because he's got the sweeper. They want to try and crash this wave. Light will get the heal, will flash away as well. There's the Arctic Assault. They're trying to get the permafrost down. Flash in from Hope. as Hope gets himself everything here on the side of JDG. Now, Doomby gets flicked back here under the tower. Now Yagao can go forward. Speaking of going forward,
no.
Blink and you'll miss it, Ox. Blink and you'll miss it. This is just destruction. Flash forward, Yagao gets the solo kill in mid. Oh my lord, LNG, you haven't got a snowball's chance in hell.
It's looking dire. 5-0. We're not even at 4 minutes, and they're looking for more.
They're looking for more because Tarzan's already been chunked out. Tarzan's going to go into cell division. JDZ missing, getting a lot of chunk.
And just overextend. You're like a third HP, but Onivia as well took that heavy damage from the tower shot.
Oh, we're going
and
back
tries
to live.
to commit.
We're going
my
back
God,
to
he's dead
live.
again, isn't he?
We're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're all dead. Stop. They're already dead. JDG.
Away because the Lucian army is that bursty lane, whereas Cog Lulu is very much a DPS lane.
Go. Weaver's
Very
wall
much a dead
comes
lane.
out. Yeah, it's going to be very much a grey screen lane if they're not too careful. Lumao doesn't have flash yet. Aqua Prison. One more hit of a rock, and that goes straight into the back of his head. 1-2 unit.
They have?
Hope is coming.
It's magic.
Hope is coming. You got Hope and Missing coming in now to try and make this one work. The Rift Herald will be taken out. Tarzan doesn't have smite, so they're going to have to try and secure that one themselves. Now we're going to have to fight afterwards. Tarzan gets himself the Rift Herald, but Doomby goes down in a trade. They're going to try and jump onto Zac, because Zac just hops his way out. Tarzan picks up the Rift. I'm just wondering, it's obviously just something he's highlighting as a more of a poke-heavy deal. You go in with your 3 kind of strikes and such like that. Now he's going to have to pop his ultimate. We're going to have the Weaver as well because the rest of JDG are here. The Cell Division comes out. All a caught between his tower, though. They're trying to kill off this Zac. They're not quite able to get him just yet. 369 goes down, and it's actually a rare mistake now coming out. Doonby does get himself over the walls. They're trying to push forward here. All it doesn't quite get to get into mega form before he goes down. Now Doonby trying to maybe go toe-to-toe here with Kanabi, but it's very difficult for him to get this without the cooldown. All coming back into this fight, a little bit more gusto, but you can see Kanabi, he knows he's got an opportunity here. He knows he can take out this Gnar, but Allah's already too aware of it, backs himself away, does not want to be caught out.
Yeah, I mean, the Mega Gnar coming in does obviously change the state of the fight, but 369 is doing so much damage for that clip.
Oh, 369, he messed it up! He messed it up! He didn't quite get himself underneath or away from the tower. Allah now going to find himself at a 1-for-1, but again, these are good trade-ups for LNG.
Yeah, I mean, this is the focal point now is towards that mid lane tower. You gotta be so careful though, because Tarzan is just off screen and his range is so big with his dash.
I mean, they're jumping onto Kanavi. They can slow him down. He's already used the Arctic Assault, and you can see the Blade of the Ruin King shut down. That is a huge shutdown now for Light, and all of us Doonby, but JDG now starting to wake up a little bit more. It was about a 4,500 gold bean. It's now down to about 3,000. This is kind of slowly becoming a thing. Tarzan jumps in onto Hope, but they knew exactly where he was. They CC him up at all times. They're not quite killing him off just yet. But with a tidal wave, not quite enough damage. But the Arctic Assault will be. So you get the jungler down, and you will get this mid lane tier 1 as well.
Yeah, and now they can head straight on, get another kill, get this dragon. And yeah, look, I've been critical of JDG in the past few minutes, said like
this is where the game starts to get a little bit weirder for JDG. They need to be picking and choosing their fights a little bit more carefully, but so far so good.
Trying to defend the bot lane because Arla was heavy pushing us in and looking for a T2 of his own.
Well, here we go. We're going to have a bit of a 1v1 right now. Flash from the side of 369 means that Ala has to flash away as well. He's got himself Mega very, very soon, but can he get it ranked up a little bit in time? Yagao can just wall, so he knows he has to go for it now. And Yagao hits him with a rock in the back of the head, so he doesn't get it. But look at this. Hope's been caught, and Hope's been shut down. That's huge there for Light.
Yeah, that's managed to find a catch out. Tarzan showing what the Zac can do. Oh my god, Yagao.
Yagao, flash forward here from Light, and they're going to try and punch in with Tarzan as well. Yagao is not quite killed just yet, but Doonby underneath the tower, and they get him. Missing, not quite falling just yet, but they will get the ultimate now here onto the Kog'Maw. Light. Yeah, Tarzan gets the blast going over the wall. They're not going to try and take out that ward because they had already aggroed the Baron. Tarzan already down to about 2/3 of his HP, and I like the ideas here from LNG. And
now, yeah, they can start this off. The Cog DPS is insane with these items.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. JDG, they're slow to the punch. They don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're going to be here on time because Kanavi's not even here. He hasn't got flash over the wall, and the Arctic Assault's already been used. They get it. LNG with Daylight Robbery, and yes, you'll lose your Zac, but that's whatever. You don't care. You will gladly pay that price. Now JDG seeing if they can maybe find someone off the back of this one here. They've got the speed boost here from Lumao, and yeah, they're out. They're done. It's a straight-up heist right now. 369 trying to make this one work. They're trying to jump onto the Kog'Maw. Doonby getting very, very low with the exhaust, but the Wild Growth keeps him. We'll have to keep an eye on as they progress through the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say as well, this game started probably as bad as you could imagine. Oh, Light
Whoa! Okay, Light just has to use the wild growth and, of course, gets his cleanse out of him as well. Hope looking for it, but there's the Weaver's wall. He flashes over to Waldo and goes golden. Light! Why? Why, Light? You didn't need to be there, and now LNG, all their good work is basically gone. 369 trying to see if he can find Tarzan underneath the tower. Won't land the Q, and now Doonby trying to see if he can maybe capitalize on overextended Aatrox. The waves are in good.
They'll probably just take the inhibitor. But man, that is not a mistake you want to be making when you are one game away from getting knocked out into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, and again, look, this is regardless of Baron, they can go, cool. We can push into the mid lane. We can get ourselves an inhibitor. That's a pressure point now available to ourselves. We actually saw Allah try to take the tower and topside solo and just wasn't able to do it. Oh, Yagao! They've given Yagao! He's been left high and dry. He's been brought back, and no! One mistake after another. LNG find another opportunity to keep themselves in this game.
Oh my, yeah, the Hex Gate came out and he was just left behind. The door closed. Someone slammed it as they went through. And Yagao goes down. He will be up into tanky so he can face check. Remember, his passive means he's even bulkier that first couple of seconds of combat.
369.
But now 369.
369. He's going in, but he's going to get taken out. Not quite yet, but they're going to see Allah jumping in on top of him. He wants to try and keep his ultimate for as long as he can. Tarzan has died, and 369 is still going. Look at the healing on this, and now Light is dead. It's a triple kill coming in here for the Lucian, and out of nowhere, LNG. They thought they found the pick, but they got picked themselves. And if they can take out Allah, they can barrel down the mid and set themselves up for a match against Top Esports.
Had in our summer playoffs, and JDG do it in style.
And it looks like 2020, even though it's 2022, we will have Top Esports versus JDG, our spring and summer champions from 2020, both fighting for a championship here in 2022, and JDG looking exceptional against LNG.
And the thing is, like LNG, there was moments where they challenged.